There have been many new SAM systems and new missiles added in the last couple major updates. Things like the AIM-9X on board the Claws, the IRIS-T missile on board the TADS. There's just a lot of new systems to counter aircraft, and things like the Apache are still using the AGM-114B and AGM-114 or 114K Hellfire, and this has been in the game for many years. So in this video, we're taking out the Israeli Premium Apache with the AGM-114B, and I'm going to try to give you guys a couple of tricks that could really help you out in War Thunder. Now, obviously, this isn't going to work on every single map. Helicopters kind of are a bit dependent, but one of the major things I see a lot of people do wrong, and even I do this all the time because I just don't want to be in a helicopter for 7 or 8 minutes, is they just pop up and just get as many kills as they can before dying. And that's not a great way to play helicopters. Not a lot of players are going to expect helicopters from behind them, near their own helicopter base. And especially, even if SAM systems can see you on radar and they do find you on radar, they're going to have it's a lot easier for them to engage you if you're sitting at your own helipad, when comparison if you're behind near their helicopter pad, not in the detection zone, but near it. It's going to be a lot harder for them to actually find you and then track and shoot you down. And it also gives you an advantage to things like enemy aircraft. They're not going to be looking for an enemy helicopter unless you're in their map at their own spawn or behind everyone. So keeping, low and moving quickly, you're able to get into good firing positions. And after you get a kill or two, make sure you're moving around. This is something that not a lot of players do, and it really ends up hurting their games. Is they'll get 2, 3, 4 kills, but they'll be in the same spot. Well, what happens is if you kill someone and they spawn in a SAM system or an infantry fighting vehicle like the 2S-38, you're now going to be in the same exact spot, and they know where to find you. So even if you're just moving a little bit, it just gives you more time. Basically, all you're trying to do is give enough time for you to, 1, detect the threat, 2, decide if you're going to be able to kill the threat without being killed, or if you're going to go immediately defensive. So in this case right here, I have established that there is a McXer. I have now launched a couple Hellfires at it. The issue is it is technically spawn protected, but I am still firing on it because I've deduced that it doesn't know that I'm here. At least not yet. So basically, I'm able to constantly engage this target without him knowing of my presence, and this basically just lets me, I've established that I'm able to, engage him. He has no idea that I am here. He's distracted by other aircraft, never knows that I'm in his battlefield, which works out for me, so I will take it. And that isn't necessarily the case in every situation. Obviously, you want to make sure that if there's threats and they know you're there, that you disappear for a little bit. Maps that have hills and have ravines for you to duck into, they're going to be your best friend, because there's now nothing that these, that they can do to you if you're behind a hill. Missiles aren't going to go right through a hill, so just keeping that in mind. Now, another thing I will say with these older Apaches with Hellfires, yes, the more modern one, the AH-64E, does get access to the JAGM, but these laser-guided Hellfires still have a lot of use in the game, and when used properly, you might not be putting up as many kills as you used to be able to do prior to things like the McXer getting added to the game, but you are still going to be able to perform pretty well, and just kind of trying to establish, trying to stay alive for as long as possible. I know that's kind of, what a lot of people will just say for everything, but the longer that you are able to remain in the battlefield, and the more opportunities you're going to be able to find yourself in, and just keeping that in mind that you don't have to take every engagement immediately. You can always just disengage a target and come back and try for it another day. Now, I want to know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments on the Apache and on the Hellfire missile. Do you guys think that both are still very good systems in War Thunder? Do you guys think both still have a use? I want to know your thoughts down below. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Join the Discord link down below in the description. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.